And welcome back. Today we have the Firestick Lite version 2, Gen 2, or as they're calling it, the Fire TV Stick HD, which is Gen 2 Lite. So, if you guys are brand new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Yeah, I would not recommend buying this one. I definitely would say skip. If you guys saw my previous video, 8 gigs of internal storage, but you're only left with 4, and then 1 gig of RAM. It's going to be very, 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 very limited. If you're doing any kind of gaming, it's not going to work that well. I've tried gaming on the 3rd gen and the Lite, and they both didn't work that well, and now they're trying to sell you upon this new one. I don't recommend it at all. Okay, so here we go. What is so special about the Lite, or the HD, or whatever you want to call it? For one, everything on here is, well, there's some stuff that's being downloaded. As you can see, it's very slow. I'm clicking to the right. You can see how it's kind of like slowly moving, slowly doing its thing. And I know some stuff is being updated and upgraded and whatever it is, but it's just super slow as it's doing it. You could definitely tell there's a lag. Now, if you do have the Max and you're using this one, if you're switching over from one of those to this, you're going to notice the lag. Look, I'll click it now, and you see how there's a delay now. Yeah, it's a good little delay right there that you could definitely feel and see. Yeah, if I'm coming in here and let's just say I want to search, I don't know, Privado VPN, just to look up a VPN just to see how it works. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. It's, I gotta say, this thing has a lot of hiccups. It's search for Bravo. So we're just gonna search VPN. Maybe if I keep it a little bit more simple. Okay, so I came up with a couple things here: VPN Lite, VPN Simplex, Lee VPN. Yeah, so they have a couple Patriot VPN. Wow, a couple stuff. You know, it's a little clunky. It's very clunky. Would I spend the money to buy this? No, I definitely wouldn't. They do have the live TV stuff here. As you can see, if I'm scrolling down, there is, yeah, some of the stuff is still kind of loading, is just slow. So one thing I do like to test out, well, now that it just actually, you see, it's still doing its thing. It's still going so slow. One thing I do like to test here, I'm gonna go to my Fire TV. I want to see what it is that is actually not my Fire TV. I want to go to my apps. Some of the apps did update right now, and some of the stuff is there. And I just have a couple apps, and it says 3.8 gigs, and you can see how slow it is. Just here's Ida 64. That's the only one that I got. I did have Disney. I did get Downloader. Why is iHeartRadio even here? Yeah, there's some stuff in here that I don't know why. I don't know why it's in here. But yeah, stuff like this is what's gonna be slowing your stuff down. VIX, I'm not sure what this is either. But it tells you, the cool thing is it does tell you here like what it's actually gonna free up and the stuff like that. But again, you know, when you're here installing some stuff, Pluto TV is good, Freebie is good. I just find it very interesting how it just does that. So I just uninstalled a few, and I got zero point 0.1 back of my storage. I always say you have to have 2 gigs, just so that we can cache some stuff, and that way it doesn't go bad. So it says storage is calculated based on the International System of Units. 1 kilobytes equals 1,000. You guys all know how that works. But yeah, it's just really, really slow. Here's, like, you know, you can definitely see how slow this stuff is. Let's go ahead to YouTube. I want to see, just to run something very basic, is it going to be good? Is it going to be slow? Is it even worth messing with this anymore? As you can see here, it's still kind of slow here. So okay, let's come here to search, and I am going to put Rohas, so see if I can find my streaming channel. So yeah, just give it a few seconds. See, as you just, yeah, I don't know how many times I could say this thing is definitely slow. But if I do click on this thing, let's see what it does. So here you go. It pulled it up. It looks like it's doing all right. Let me pull up the settings. I'm guessing it's just going to be 1080p the highest, so the max is 1080p. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it looks like it's running pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and just fast forward it just a little bit just to see what it is. This is a 4K video, and it looks like it's pulling it up pretty quick. It's actually pulling it up very, very fast, just because it's downgrading it to the lower quality, but you can tell that even the 1080p doesn't look as clean as it should. My screen right here that I'm talking to versus the screen right there, it's, you know, this screen looks better than that one. But in my 1080p, when you downgrade it a little bit, it still looks pretty clean. So I would say this even looks like a 720. So very interesting how it is. Even the thumbnails and stuff that as you're looking at this, it doesn't look as good as I would like it to look like. So yeah, it is what it is. Do I recommend something like this? You know, like you can see how just bad that is, just terrible. So yeah, I don't recommend. I personally don't like it. I think if you're gonna spend something with one of the Fire Sticks, I would just go for the 3rd gen. It'd be a little bit more powerful. I would get a 4K stick for sure, or if you can get the Max is gonna be the better one out of all of them. More storage, you get 16 gigs of storage, so you don't have to worry about too much unless you're adding way too much stuff to it. You don't have to buy extra dongles or USB sticks or anything to make it work. But yeah, I have to say this is not, it's, they didn't fool us, because they said this is a new stick and it's pretty much the Fire Stick Lite Gen 2. Or maybe it's still the Fire Stick Lite and they just threw us the new remote to it. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hope you guys are doing well. With all that being said, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.